Hello and welcome to the Dragon Tamer Spartan 251's reasons to hate or to like Pokemon Go. I'm Dragon Tamer Spartan 251, which is a mix of how I do Pokemon videos and my like of Dragon Pokemon, how I do Halo videos, Spartan, and the number of Celebi, the channel mascot 251. My channel is here to make fun Pokemon and Halo videos, mainly theories, but also videos like this one. Speaking of which, let's get to the reasons I like Pokemon Go. So save your hate for later in the video. So Pokemon Go has clearly taken the world by storm, and there's a lot of mixed feelings. Some people think it's a bad thing. It's causing people to walk around like zombies on their phones. It's caused a lot of car accidents, and among other things. But these things cannot really be truly blamed on Pokemon Go, but more on the people doing the stupid things. It is sad though when trespassing leads to people getting shot at and things over in America and other places, but this still isn't really the game's fault. Japanese Minister Taro Aso put it well when he said that the game was essentially bringing people out of their houses to socialize and even exercise and communicate with the outside world, which in Japan especially can be a big problem for shut-ins and otakus who don't really leave their house much. Number 2. We've wanted real-life Pokemon since the beginning, and despite its faults, Pokemon Go brings us a step closer to that fateful day where we can have Pikachu in real life. Pokemon Go, although it's glitchy and from what I've seen of it in Ireland, the augmented reality thing just lags or doesn't work. It's still allowing us to include Pokemon with real life aspects, which is really cool. So that's a cool thing, and although it's been done with other apps, it's still really cool and revolutionary. Number 3. It is one of the best things that could have possibly happened for Pokemon fans. It's putting Pokemon right back on the top of the popularity table and bringing back a long gone fans, which could lead to a Pokemon reboot that gives us more mature story we want. For more on that, check this video by Loxton here. He's a cool guy who got a lot of inspiration for these videos. So let's take a long, deep breath before we head into the reasons to hate Pokemon Go. I want to again mention that I like Pokemon Go, and if it wasn't for its unrealistic popularity, maybe the glitches and server traffic would not have been so bad. Who knows, Niantic and Nintendo might not have actually been expecting this level of popularity. Sure, they're pretty clever people and they probably expected a relatively high level of popularity, but this is high on a whole nother level, so maybe that's why it's lacking in some points. So as I previously stated, the game is clearly lacking in some points, and number 1 is content. There isn't anywhere near enough. It's almost no content. I'm not even sure what your job actually is in the game. Essentially, your job is to study regional Pokemon, or something. The game consists of only 145 Pokemon out of 150. No trading system, and although one is coming, it's a bit flippin' late, and of course, the only mode being the gym, battle mode being the gyms. This lack of content leads to just no aims in the game. Now, a lot of games are similar to this. Clash of Clans really does have no aim because the chance of you ever getting to the top of the leaderboard, especially without spending extraordinary amounts of money, are pretty damn low. But yet we all play it, and so you could almost forgive it for that. But the way Pokemon Go is presented is a bit flimsy. You're essentially working for this professor dude that you know very little about. He doesn't really seem to know what he's about. The gym leaders are just, blank shades that don't really seem to represent anything other than the couple lines of text they have. And everything just seems a bit flimsy. Catching Pokemon is almost impossible because of a lack of a tracking system, although they apparently bringing one in, but they've said that before, so who knows. And just in general, it needs more stuff. A battle mode and trading are standard Pokemon, so I hope to see that too. Number 2. Going from this is a similar but still important point, and that is the lack of goals. Beat the gyms, you say? Well, for anyone who's played, keeping a gym for more than a few hours is almost impossible. And I live in Ireland. Now, the game has been relatively popular here, but games aren't as popular here as in other countries, maybe just due to the lack of a smaller population than bigger countries. So you'd think keeping a gym wouldn't be too hard, but even here it's almost impossible, and that's outside of the cities. So I can only imagine what it's like in a big city in America or Europe somewhere. Also, the reward for a gym is 10 measly coins. You can only collect coins every few hours, which is probably my biggest grudge with the game. I mean, you beat the gym and then you have to hold it for like 11 hours if you've already collected your coins that day. That means if you beat a gym and collect your coins, until the coin collector resets, there is no point capturing any more gyms. Doesn't that take a lot of the point out of training the Pokemon to be stronger? Well, unless you're doing it for pride and to show off your red guy, in which case, fair enough. Complete the Pokedex. Well, you can't. True, you can get 145, but that ain't the 150 or even the 151 we could get from the original games through trading and the Mew glitch. And that's just a shame, because other than that, the Pokemon in it are pretty cool, and the way it works is pretty cool. So, although I can understand that they want to release them as events, would it not have been better to put them in the game somewhere and just have some really hard way of finding it? That would have taken a few weeks for people to find it. I don't know. Maybe they'll release them in a cool or unique way, but it's been a while now, and I thought they'd have been released by now. So there's that. Number 3 is the seemingly endless glitches. Even now with the addition of new updates, it still has several annoying glitches. I'm not really going to go into this much further because everyone knows about the glitches, and even now with the updates and all this, they're still there. And in reality, it's probably because of the server traffic and the popularity that Niantic just doesn't have the resources to fix them fast enough before more are found. So it's not really forgivable though either, because we expect a certain standard from Nintendo and especially Pokemon. So that's my problem there. In conclusion, Pokemon Go is a great free game that just doesn't reach normal Pokemon standards. This is why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Worth a go, but not worth devoting your whole life to. Definitely not worth spending hours trying to get the whole 145, but definitely worth giving a periodic go and playing casually. This is not a hate video again. I really like Pokemon Go and think it's a great idea. I just think it needs to be improved and fixed so that it reaches the normal standards of Nintendo and Niantic. So there's that. Anyhow, just a quick shout out to the Actman. He's a Halo YouTuber, and he actually took the time to check out my channel before I'd even put up a single video, which was really cool, and he even gave me a little advice on my name. For now, I'm sticking with it, but I may change it. He's probably right about the 251 bit being a bit long for the name, but thanks again, man. I doubt you'll be watching this, if for no other reason than you do Halo videos, and this is a Pokemon video, but just so you know, thanks, it means a lot. And finally, thanks for watching. Next video will be a Pokemon theory or a Halo discussion. Who knows? I did promise I'd do a theory on why Mewtwo is in Kalos, and I'm actually excited to do that one. I'll probably record that next. It's already been scripted, so you can look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. See ya.